to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago, we still remain the #1 current affairs program in this country. Hey, if it's one thing we could do, is we could keep our program lively. We bring in the facts, we bring in the discussions, and we bring in the people together. All in one accord. So viewers, remember, we are Real Talk Financing. We are offering you 7% on our fixed deposit for the month of May. Remember that Trinidad and Tobago only at Real Talk Financing, you're getting that. Nowhere else, no other financial institution, no credit union, nowhere. Only at Real Talk Financing. So remember that, Trinidad and Tobago. Also viewers, we have some excavator for sale or rent. You can contact me at 339-1670. That is Real Talk Equipment Rental. It is part of the Real Talk group of companies. Also, if you're looking for US currency to buy, contact me. We can help you. So remember those 3 things, viewers. Number 1, the highest interest rate on our fixed deposit is at Real Talk Financing. That's number 1. Number 2, if you have all the construction site going on, you're looking for an excavator to rent, you could contact us. Or if you want to purchase an excavator, you could also contact us. And if you're looking for US currency to buy, contact us, viewers, at Real Talk Financing. We can help you solve that problem. So viewers, as we start off our program tonight, Minister of Culture and Community Development, Michelle Benjamin, have stated that the decision to rename the National Carnival Commission, NCC, is still before the Cabinet. Speaking at the official launch of Napa Jazz Fusion 2026 on Monday gone, Benjamin said the recommendation was made by Carnival stakeholders during the Blueprint of Carnival public consultation. Listen to this.
That matter is still before Cabinet, so I can't make any pronouncement because that is a Cabinet decision. It's not my decision alone, but yes, consultation did happen. And as you will appreciate, we do have other festivals, and that was actually one of the recommendations that came out of the consultations, and all of that information would be made public information. We would put it out in the public domain.
So also viewers, we stayed on the ministry, but a different Minister of Health, Dr. Lakram Bodu, have stated that the recent demonstration by nurses and staff across various public hospitals in response to the proposed reduction in overtime rates had no adverse impact on the delivery of service within the public health care system. So how true is this, Trinidad and Tobago? I do not know. But here it is. He explained that contingency plans were put in place by various regional health authorities. Hear what he has to say.
The staging of demonstrations had no adverse impact on the delivery of services within the public healthcare system. The answer to the second part, I am advised that to safeguard the continuity and quality of patient care, all regional health authorities promptly activated their planned contingency measures. These included the reassignment of staff, strategic deployment of nursing personnel, and targeted adjustments to duty rosters.
The minister also extended greetings to nurses on International Nurse Day, which was being observed today. Listen to the minister.
Today is International Nurses Day, and I take the opportunity to extend sincere appreciation to nurses for their unwavering dedication, professionalism, and compassion in caring for our population. I thank you, Mr. President.
So trying to go to our current affairs segment. As Nurses Day was celebrated today, President of the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association, I.D. Stewart, has stated that nurses are still working on 2013 salary and is questioning the silence of health ministries. He said the union will not be intimidated as it continues advocating for nurses and healthcare workers. Stewart claimed that association received a lawyer letter threatening legal action over public statement made about the conditions within the healthcare sector. Trying to make all listen to this.
They are trying to muzzle us. Imagine a government state entity, a public authority is trying to muzzle the Nursing Association and threatening and saying that they will take me particularly personally liable for the statements and that is coming out. We say bring it on. We are not afraid. It has already been adjudicated in the courts. The provisions, the same latitude the politicians have within Parliament is the same latitude unions have.
So now Trinidad and Tobago, if the government is trying to silence the healthcare workers, let me tell you something, this is a big issue now. This is a big issue. Now, listen to this. Stewart claims that the association received a lawyer letter threatening legal action over public statement made about the condition within the healthcare sector. Now, if the healthcare sector is deteriorating, what do you expect the union to come out and do? What do you expect nurses to do? So now, what is Dr. Lacrambodo doing about this? Is he aware that a threatening letter was sent to Mr. Stewart concerning legal action where they are mentioning the condition of work or working condition? So I would urge the Minister of Health, Dr. Lacrambodo, to look into this matter and find out who is the lawyer that sent Mr. Stewart and his organization a letter. Because if the nurses, are speaking about the working condition and the condition of the hospitals, why do you want to silence them with legal action? If you cannot, as a minister, if you cannot fix the health sector in Trinidad and Tobago, by all means, before you end up like Terrence Dial Singh, just resign and go. Resign and leave with your dignity and your name intact, that you tried. Because for the last 10 years, nothing has been done to improve the healthcare in Trinidad and Tobago. And people now are on the verge now of a collapse healthcare system. Because all Terrence Dial Singh did was brag his mouth. Oh, but we have the best healthcare, and with this, and with that, and with the next, and all them ministers flying out together for their checkup. It's sad. It's sad. I believe the former minister has been in front of some panel having discussions of pharmaceutical drugs now. Imagine that, eh? But let's try and Tobago. One by one, all the PNM doings is coming out. One by one. So here it is. Stewart then criticized the chairman of the North Central Regional Health Authority, Tim Gopi-Singh, warning that tension within the authority are likely to continue. Listen to this.
As long as Tim Gopi-Singh remains in that chair, there would be continued tension throughout his entire term. I can tell you that without fear or favor. There will be continued, because persons within healthcare knows Tim Gopi Singh. Persons in healthcare knows Tim Gopi Singh. We have worked with him when he was in the clinical area. We are accustomed to his actions. We are accustomed to his behavior. So we know this is what is happening, is who he is.
Tim, imagine they're saying this about you. Imagine they're saying this about you. Now, like I said, if you cannot fix it, if you can't fix it, resign. Simple, resign. It's a simple thing. Leave with your dignity, leave with your name being upheld, and find something else. Because the country is crying out. The TTNNA president further alleged that staffing shortage remains a serious issue within the North Central Regional Health Authority. Listen to this one more time, viewers.
There is one nurse working on a ward of 23 patients. One nurse. And I challenged Tim Gopi Singh to come out and say, that is not happening within the facilities of NCRHE, where one nurse is operating on a ward, on a night shift.
So Trinidad and Tobago, he also said that plans are being developed for another public demonstration in Port of Spain. You know what I cannot understand? What I cannot understand? Government come and government go. The former administration, PNM, raised their salary. They raised the, how to say this, boy? They raised a partying allowance, an entertainment allowance for $50 million. Good? All the ministers on the PNM, together with the UNC, had a hike in salary. Good? Nice. Now that Saddam had revealed a lot of corrupted or corruption documents that took place. Saddam revealed all these things. But the thing is, you've seen all this money is being allocated for X, Y, and Z. And who had to get cut and who had to get pocket change and who had to get money on his side. Everybody who had to get. Let's say it like that. But time to fix the hospital, they have no money. Time to fix schools, they have no money. Time to fix security in Trinidad and Tobago, they have no money. But they had money to raise entertainment. They had money to make sure that every MP had a hike in salary, and every 30 days they're collecting more money. So how the hell now they couldn't find money to fix three main things in Trinidad: health, security, and education? How? And this is what I can't understand. We're finding money. Money is being allocated to do everything that has some sort of bubble. But we cannot allocate money to fix three main things in Trinidad and Tobago with a population of 1.4 to 1.5 million people. And we can't. We just lackadaisical as ministers coming towards this. They have no money. But to find money to award for a contract for somebody to get a little piece on the side, oh, trust me, the treasury have money. Health, security, and education. Three main things in Trinidad and Tobago with a population of 1.4, 1.5 million people. And let me tell you something. It stinks. It stinks. Minister come, minister go. Party come, party go. And the education, there is no upgrade. Security, there is no upgrade. Health in Trinidad and Tobago, there is no upgrade. But millions of dollars are being spent on somebody's sideline business. And all the ministers want to talk now. Well, it's this and it's that and it's the next and it's the other. While the people who put them there, they are lying to the people. They are lying. And this is what I don't understand. You put up yourself, vote we in, we're going to have better roads, better security, better schooling. What happened? When they reach here, what happened? $1 million have been allocated for bubble on the side. But we can't fix three main things in the country that everybody campaign on. UNC coming, we're working for the people. I want to ask Philip, how much electricity houses have been given out for the last 1 year? How much? How much? You're on Facebook bragging. Driving without seatbelt as a minister. That is an example to set. Let's talk about Homeland Security. How much upgrade had TTPS had? How much? Let's talk about health. How much upgrade? Let's talk about education now. How much upgrade? You all campaign on promises that already has broken. Already has broken. So I want to know now, if you all are proud of yourself now, coming out on social media and making videos and clips and going here and doing, no progress. No progress. What is actually the kickback? What is? So Trinidad and Tobago, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, I'm going to tell you something. We have some interesting news for you all when you come back.
We'll be right back.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Throws you a curveball, and you need a clear path forward. Trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, debate is expected to continue in the House of Representatives. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 13th, May 2026, as MPs turn their attention to the effectiveness of the state of emergency and the rising murder toll in Trinidad and Tobago. The House is also expected to consider a report on the continued position of the People's National Movement Senator on the National Security Parliament Committee. The matter also listed on the order paper for the sit-in, which takes place earlier in the week than usual. Now, the sit-in usually takes place on Friday scheduled. Opposition MPs and PNM Stuart Young and Marvin Gonzalez are due to question Minister Barry Patharat, Dave Tanku, and Dr. Rudal Munilal. Also, Roger Alexander on a range of issues. Gonzalez is also due to question to Alexander focus on the SOE and the home invasion stand your ground laws. Opposition whip Gonzalez has also filed a motion seeking to have House Speaker and PAAC Chairman Jagdev Singh referred to Privilege Committee. True, although it was not taken up at last Friday's sit-in. Debate on the parole bill is also expected to continue. So Trinidad and Tobago, that is a little update for the next sit-in. Now Trinidad and Tobago. So before we start off, I want to ask TTPS heads. I want to ask TTPS heads, Roger Alexander, also Wayne Sturge. And I want to hear a response from the former Minister of National Security, Marvin Gonzalez. I want him to respond to this question that I'm about to ask. Did Rohan Sinanan in 2017 signed off to purchase 9 leather speed guns? I want Marvin to answer this. Hopefully, from now on to Friday, somebody might send him a message and we might get a quick answer. I want to know if Rohan Sinanan signed off for the PNM to purchase 9 leather speed guns. Now I'm going to today's story, Trinidad and Tobago. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is now ramping up its fight against speeders with new high-tech gear, the leather speed gun. Like I said before, Trinidad and Tobago, I want, or even Rohan Sinanan could do a Facebook post, or he could even contact us. I would love to have a live phone call with him on television. I want to know if he signed off on the document to purchase 9 leather speed gun back in 2017. That is what I want to know. So Trinidad and Tobago, this device will now allow the TTPS to detect speed and violation with more accurate and effectiveness. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. Great program as usual, man. Showers of praises to you for this great program you have. that bringing so much information to the citizens of this country and making them more wise and more wise. And we really have wise citizens of this country. Thank God for you. Do you know there are over 1,000 security firms in this country? The citizens know that. Gavero, Alexander, Kamla, you all don't know that? Every security firm in this country, 95%, not every, 95% is run and connected with police officers. The largest security company in this country, the director, manager, supervisors are retired commissioner of police, retired police officers. They are sergeant, corporal working with them. They're all connected back to the police service. Gavero? Alexander, you don't know that, boy? Gavero, there's a philosophical statement that when you want to be heard, you speak up. When you want to be seen, you stand up. And when you have nothing to say and want to be heard, keep your mouth shut. Because every single thing that comes out from your mouth, Alexander and Gavero, is what goes into the lavas. And all you are blaming now is Zozo. What about SOE, as a caller last night rightly said in your program, you know, Mr. Said? SOE covers the whole country. You could go anywhere in the country. Anywhere you could stop on the road, you could go to people's house. Anywhere you could go. So you keep blaming so. Because you know why? You all don't have a clue to deal with crime in this country. And all you continue to do, you and your boss that all the president calling Queen every day, Queen and Bob, she's senile. So she's laughing and giggling and all have she right where all want she and calling she Madam and Queen, while you all do nothing for this country and this country keep going down with crime. Every day is home invasion, you know. Every day is home invasion. Every double vendor in this country who worked so hard was robbed. And you all promised to deal with it. The citizens had hope, you know, Alexander, that you was coming there, but you disgraced this country. You are ashamed to the citizens of this country. Mr. Sai, great program. You keep up the great work you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So, Trinidad and Tobago, the device will now allow your TTPS to detect speed and violation with more accuracy and effectiveness. So, the gun they had before, it wasn't accurate then. I'm just asking a question, you know. I'm only asking a question. At a ceremony commemorating the receipt of the device, Police Commissioner Alistair Grovero stated that the number of fatal road accidents has dropped by 42% for the year thus far, and was confident that this new device will drive those numbers even lower. Listen to this, viewers.
And in examining the statistics for fatal road accidents and serious road accidents, I'm pleased to tell Trinidad and Tobago that at this time, we are 42% less than last year for fatal road accidents, and we are actually 51% less in serious RTAs than last year. So Trinidad and Tobago, clap for that. You all are now beginning to pay attention and obey the traffic laws.
So viewers, listen to this. This ministry is about road safety. Eli Zachar is the minister of this entire ministry. Good? Nice. So we have a Ministry of Homeland Security. We have the minister in the Ministry of Health. We have ministers in education. We have ministers in ministry to see about the roads. We have ministers to see about TGPS. Now listen to this. Under all this traffic violation, Eli Zachar presently is the most effective ministry in Trinidad and Tobago. Why am I saying this? Because the TTPS is working under this ministry to clamp down on road accident, to clamp down on reckless driving, to fix road safety, the entire network, and Eli Zachor is behind this. So, what about the Ministry of Education? Who is behind this ministry? Why are we not hearing the Minister of Education? Why are we not hearing the Minister of Health? Why are we not hearing the Minister about the TTPS and the upgrades? Why are we not hearing it? Why? Why are we not hearing the Minister of Housing? How much people get housed? How much we want to repair? How much we have to give out? Why are we not hearing these things? Where is the Prime Minister for Trinidad and Tobago? You see, I'll tell you something. I cannot talk about the PNM because the PNM in opposition now. 1 year now they're in opposition. But all of a sudden, PNM find a voice to talk. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. But I don't want to hear about the PNM anymore. Because they were there for 9 years and Trinidad and Tobago benefited actually nothing for 9 long years. So the ministries under the UNC administration, we are not hearing ministers. Actually, I saw ministers running and ducking from the media. Same thing PNM did. Run and duck from the media. So what happened to education? What happened to health? What happened to TTPS? What happened to road? What happened to housing development? Where are these ministers? There's a big bacchanal going on now with $3.4 billion that has been awarded to contractors. And watch me, there's a real bacchanal. But I want to ask Kamala Persad-Bissessar, since she's the Prime Minister, and we have Philip Alexander, I believe, is in charge of housing or line minister, somewhere around there. And then we have Arnold Roberts also. So my question is, thousands of HUC houses have been built and put down. Why is it that this government wants to spend $3.4 billion in housing again? Why? Why not fix what it has and give it out to the people? You mean every government come want to build house and build house and build house and build house and nobody not getting? You're building 1,000 house and 50 people getting it. Is that a government working for you? Or should I say, is that a minister working for you? Since this new government take over, I want to ask the minister who's in charge of housing, how much houses have been given out thus far? Thousands of houses has been built under the UNC administration. Thousands of houses has been built under the PNM administration. If they build 10,000 houses, about 300 people get from 10,000 houses. Why? Is this a country of bubble? Well, then some ministers should change over the name from Trinidad and Tobago to bubble and racketism. Change the name. So viewers, the minister or the commissioner added that speeding at night can also now be detected. Oh, listen to this now. Oh God.
Detect speeding at night, and we are able to have less of a footprint for to have the detection made. So one of the days where you'll see the police vehicle parked up in visible places.
So you're trying to tell us gone are the days where the vehicle, police vehicle parking up in bushes. Gone are the days where a police officer had to jump out from some bush Gone are those days. You know how much of them I nearly bounced down on the road for that nonsense? You know how much of them nearly get bounced down? You're hiding behind some bushes. And as you see a car coming down, boop, you jump out in the road. I surprised 2,000-3,000 of them may get bounced and dead. Me actually, I'm telling you, listen to what the commissioner now say. Director, play over that clip again.
Detect speeding at night, and we are able to have less of a footprint for to have the detection made. So one of the days where you'll see the police vehicle parked up in...
You see Trinidad and Tobago? Gone are the days where they're jumping out from bush to stop you. You know how much of them nearly get bounced down jumping out from bushes to on the highway? By telling you, me had to lie. It happened to me. And when they jump out now, I had to swerve my vehicle out to save them. To save them. It's a shame, thousands of them ain't get bounced down yet. All of my friends say, oh, side, how you going to bounce down the police and how you going to do that? Really? Imagine have a tree to the side of the highway. You weren't expecting an animal to be behind the tree. But you know who jumping off from behind the tree in front of your vehicle? A TDPS officer. To save his life now, you had to swerve now to save his life. Thank God I wasn't driving for you. Last year, to be honest with you, about close to 100 of them get away. Jumping out just so. I had bodyguard with me, even police officers rolling with me. It's like, Saieed, this man's stupid. He realized today could be his last day. Imagine police had to jump out and argue with that police. Hey, you like your life? How it is so foolish you're jumping up from behind a tree in a vehicle that's coming down on a highway? You have family home? Your family living or dead? Which one? So gone are the days of stupid police. I don't know, I'm just saying something. I'm just asking a question. Gone are the days of dotish police. Gone are the days of one who have valued their life. They're jumping out like frog in front of that vehicle. Well, we hope so. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, I just say it as it is, you know. That is why we is remaining #1 current affairs program. You know why? We're bringing the reality to you. We're bringing real life incidents to you. That is why we is always remain #1. So here it is. Meanwhile, Police Road Safety Coordinator Sergeant Brent Batson, you know, I must send a good shout out and a congratulations to Brent, you know. Brent is trying his best, you know. Take what I'm telling you. Brent is trying his best, you know. But sometimes when you're in the head and you're doing your best, sometimes there's a foolish police coming to spoil what you're trying to create. And I must give a shout out to Brent Batson. Now, Brent Batson warned that features on the new radar gun could be where they least expected it. Listen to Brent.
The speed devices can be operated from inside the vehicle. So you will not see the police at the side of the road. You will not even see the speed gun in time to realize that the police are conducting a speed operation. So what's the answer? Every time you see a police vehicle parked up, they might be doing speed.
Brent said creating a safer road is also dependent on a change in attitude. And Minister of Transport, Eli Zucker, also stated that the launch of these new devices represent action and accountability in protecting lives. Listen to the minister.
It represents action, accountability, and a firm commitment to protecting human life. For far too long, speeding have contributed to devastating road traffic crashes, serious injuries, and the heartbreaking loss of loved ones on our nation's roads. Every life lost on our roads is one too many, and every preventable tragedy leaves behind grieving families and communities. This is why the introduction of the approved speed measuring devices is so important.
So Trinidad and Tobago, what I want to say is that be safe on the road. Be safe on the road. These little speed guns, I believe they work with a laser. They are more effective than the last set of guns we had. Not guns to shoot, but the speed guns. So, hopefully Trinidad and Tobago from tomorrow, being Wednesday in Trinidad and Tobago, tomorrow is Wednesday, the 13th of May 2026, take down your speed on the highway. Take it down. Now, I must agree with the minister. When you come out on the road, you come out with the intention to go from point A to point B and reach back to point A safe and sound. Because we have family, we have brother, we have sister, we have boyfriend, we have girlfriend, we have grandmother, we have grandfather to go back home to. We have husbands and wives to go back home to. So viewers, please let your friend and your family know that there's a new speed gun. It's a laser type gun. So when you're on the road, please take it down. You might reach to work a few minutes late because of the traffic. Because of the traffic. Switching gears now, Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander has revealed that additional resources will be allocated to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, including the use of drone technology in the fight against crime. He stressed the importance of modernizing law enforcement to stay ahead of evolving criminal activity. Alexander.
What we intend to do is to really increase these efforts in order for it to adapt to the crime that we're getting now. So it's about bringing more resources for the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service to utilize until we fix the dilapidated manpower resource that was left with us, and for the service to fend by themselves.
So, common sense. Common sense. Drone all well and good. But a drone will be used after the incident happened. And that could be any part of Trinidad and Tobago. What Alexander needs to do is pull TTPS together. Have weekly briefing with officers. Monthly meetings. Every station in Trinidad and Tobago. What the officers needs to do, come out of the station. Come out of the station. You want to fix crime? Not a problem. We do have a problem. But the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago needs to trust the police. We need to trust the police. Because if we have police treating the citizen like a stray dog, you think that same dog, that stray dog, will trust the DPS? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. What TDPS needs to do is to have stricter penalties for officers caught up in corruption. Because we can't have an officer thieving in the station, and when he end up in front of a magistrate, instead of $100,000 bail, you get $10,000 maturity. A man come and pay $1,000, sign a document, and you walk out of the court. And you is a what thing? A TTPS officer. What are you supposed to be doing? Robbing? No. And I will tell you something, The man who's supposed to fix all this is Roger Alexander. You know why? You know why I'm calling him out? Because he's a TTPS officer. He has been on the ground. On the ground. He is fully aware. You went on raids. You plan with a team. You execute your action. You gain your result. You gain your knowledge. But now it's time to put it into practice. We need the officers coming out from the station, going in the communities, and find out what is taking place. Come down from the big chair and patrol the community. Go and meet the neighbor, meet the grandmother, let them see you. Let them feel a sense of safety. So I urge the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now. After saying all this, I'll say this. I urge the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that when you hear you go to make a police report and an officer treating you like a criminal, take his name, take his badge number, and they have police complaint authority. I will say this again. When you go into the station to make a report, it's because you have been victimized. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone to the station. And the officers in the station are supposed to understand. But man, me, I want to come and make a report and see your face for you to treat me like a dog, you know. I came here because my rights was what? Violated. Hence the reason why I come into you. Use TTPS. Hence the reason why I come into you. If my rights wasn't evaluated, stepped on, I wouldn't be here, brother. I wouldn't be here. So what I want officers to do now, if you end up in a crime situation, because for this year, thus far, how many officers get robbed? Somebody say something. How much officers feel the blunt of a bandit? No. The shoes the bandit gave you to put on, where they violate your rights. When a citizen come in the station, put on the shoes and feel what they felt because you felt it. Come down and start dealing with the community and let's change things. If Roger wants to change things, if Governor wants to change things, pull TTPS together and release some new mandates. Change the way things is. Viewers, addressing concerns about police body cameras, the minister confirmed that more units will be rolled out soon. How soon is soon? Listen to this.
The police service, the ministry, does not have an issue with police officers wearing body cam. What I have decided to do at this time is to protect law enforcement first by giving them the requisite protection gears so they can better protect you as citizens and this nation on a whole. So while the body cams, they are coming, let us protect the officers for you. See what is happening out there. 7.62, 5.56 ammunition, all of that. What do you want? You want a man to be confident enough to take on these persons, or you want him to tape it with all the requisite equipment?
You know, after talking you're nice and you're doing your work and thing, you know, I would say that foolish statement you make. That's a foolish statement you make. I don't know how you intend to take it. But normally, when an officer going on a raid, they go in a full gear. Proper attire. Proper attire. So I will say this now. Last year, or let's say, when the PNM was in power, riot squad used to come out for protesters with tear gas. So don't come now and tell me you want to give them the proper gear to protect themselves and then we go see my body camera. What the riot squad come out with? Tear gas. People protesting for their rights. They're protesting what the PNM government did. But who come out? The riot squad come out with tear gas like if there's bandit protesting. So foolish statement. The minister once again stressed the role of parents and guardians in criminal or crime prevention and urged them to take greater responsibility for their children. I'll tell you this, I will give my son them the best education, the best clothes, the best vehicle to drive, build the best house for them. And you know what? They have a thinking on their own. They have the best, but yet they have a thinking on their own. It's like ministers. All you're in place to fix the community. But for 4.5 years, you're driving on the same broken bridge with plank on it and you don't want to fix it. When election comes around, you change 2 plank on the bridge and put a walkway, a railing to hole, and after 4 years you do something and expect the people now to vote for you. See? See what I'm talking about? But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago. Nevertheless, this is the reality of what we're facing. The reality. So before we go any further, viewers, before we talk about Al-Rawi, I just want to say Real Talk Financing is offering you 7% on a fixed deposit, viewers. The highest interest rate that has ever been paid in any financial institution right here in Trinidad and Tobago. You see, viewers, because of the fact that we are growing, we have decided to give back to you. Instead of squeezing your pocket, instead of having you worried, we are giving back to you. The oldest financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is licensed and registered in the land of Trinidad and Tobago. Imagine we giving back to you while others want to squeeze you. That's the difference. That is the difference. Also, viewers, those of you having spiritual problems, you know I'm a spiritual consultant. You want to call me, not a problem. Numbers are on the ticker to the bottom of the screen. Call the number, set up an appointment, come and see me. You're looking for US currency to buy, you need some to do some business, contact me, viewers. We can help you fix that problem. Oh, before I forget, you know, I'm not going to tell the director, put my numbers on screen, you know. Like the director reading my mind tonight, you know. Also, viewers, well, these are numbers for my office, San Fernando and Shogunas. Call the numbers, set up an appointment, and you all can see me or we can talk and do business. Also, viewers, for those of you, I have Real Talk have its yacht for sale. Those of you interested, the yacht is valued at $195,000 US. That is a 2026 valuation. It's an Italian-built craft. Italian-built craft. That is why it's different from the other yacht you will see in Trinidad and Tobago. It's executive. Look at the interior. Look at the inside of this yacht. It's beautifully built. Craft is top of the line. The interior, it's proper. You can't go wrong. It is valued at $195,000 US. Again, it's an Italian-built yacht, Trinidad and Tobago. So, friends, family, if you know somebody looking for a yacht, not only Trinidad but the Caribbean, and you want a beautiful yacht to buy, contact me. 339-1670, 267-7325. $195,000 US. It's a 2026 valuation. Also, if you want to pay in TT, it's $1.5 million. So Trinidad and Tobago, remember that. So we have a few minutes in our show tonight. Let's hear what Al-Rawi have to say. Now, Opposition Senator Faris Al-Rawi have stated that Defense Minister Wayne Sturge's recent comment in Parliament are troubling. Listen to this.
The country is burning down. Babies are being killed. Minister Sturge has been found by the media to have told untruths, making allegations. I want to say something. When a minister of government stands up in the parliament and says that he has evidence, he's either breaching national security or guilty of tipping off. There's an offense in the laws of Trinidad and Tobago called tipping off. I definitely support Member Young's referral to the Commissioner of Police because Minister Sturge has a lot to explain. We're under a state of emergency.
So Trinidad and Tobago, you see, I just love when minister come out and say these kind of things, you know. When Faraz Al-Rawi was the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago, they came out and said they have information. They have information. How much gangs there are in Trinidad, how much gang members are in each gang, where the gang members are living. They have information about boats coming from Venezuela to Trinidad and Tobago. But yet Trinidad and Tobago, all these gangs are operating in our country still. You see, if they did fix it back then, we would not have ended up in this problem. A majority of the killing is a reprisal killing, a gang killing. This one fighting for this turf. That one cannot get bigger than this one. The other one threatening from down there. And it's a reprisal, it's a bacchanal, and it all stems from what? Gang, drugs, guns, cocaine. And we goes on. But can we fix it? Can we? So this is why I said just now, and I was very still when I said, Roger Alexander is the correct man to fix the DPS. Why am I saying that? Because he started off from the ground. Today you are the Minister of Homeland Security. You know the steps going forward. How to fix the problem. So I now am asking you, what is the problem now? Why haven't we seen gang depleted in Trinidad? I'm asking. Nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, we are out of time for tonight, but I must say thank you for tuning into Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Synergy Network, Synergy Television from 7 to 8 p.m. We have our rerun the next day from 11:30 p.m. to 12:30 p.m. We'll be right back here at night from 7 again for another live show. Remember, Trinidad and Tobago, there's only one like me, yeah? One current affair program that brings everything to you and will also listen to what you have to say. That is why we remain number one. Until viewers, be safe.